Up a little shorty. A
Little
little
short.
shorty. What you mean? The match was great with him and Garbanzo. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing, man? Welcome to Discussing Monday Night Raw. Another little discussion episode. I see Chase is here. MGM. MGM is saying, what are they doing with Theory? What up, Guan? What up, Marco? So what happened with Theory, MGM? Tell me. I want to hear you. What up, Saif? Brock is back. We're going to get into that conversation here shortly. Brock and Bobby. We're going to talk about that here shortly once everybody tunes in. Brock and Bobby, man. Who would have thought? Who's up in here? Up in here, up in here. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here. You finally got D Rose? Nice. No Fiend? Nah, no Bray Wyatt tonight. What up, Jason? I'm doing solid, Safe. I'm doing solid, man. Can we get some likes? Dom and Rio gotta have the most heat in the company right now. They really do. They really do. I agree. How you feeling, Jason? Can't believe Bobby lost the title, man. Was hoping Brock was going after a mid-tier champ. They wouldn't do that. Last night I finished clutch time offline and got the centerpiece. Ooh.
Nice. That's what I'm grinding right now.
Let me in.
40 wins.
Oh, yeah. How many wins to get the centerpiece?
100.
100. Well, look, man, I guess now is as good as any. We don't have a lot of people running in here. So let's just talk about Marco. Come on. What's up with you, bro? Marco.
Hold on.
Why you spamming, bro? So Monday Night Raw was very, very, very interesting. There was rumors about Brock Lesnar returning. Yeah. So even though people started talking about how Brock was returning tonight on Raw, I just didn't know where he fit in today's programming. You know, with the way the changes have been with Triple H bringing back everyone from NXT or others that have been let go, you know, like Bray Wyatt and such. I just didn't know what they were going to end up doing with him. And I was intrigued. And I honestly wanted to see it before I believed it, I'd say. It's good to have Brock back. I said this in my video from earlier today. I think having him involved in some capacity with WWE is always good for business. Here's the tricky part. They brought him out during that Bobby Lashley segment where he was trying to go over. But little did we know it was just to set up Brock Lesnar seeking revenge for their last matchup that they had at the Rumble, which Roman interfered. That wasn't even a legit, dream match. I think now with Triple H in charge, we're going to get that dream match we always wanted to see with Bobby and Brock. Two titans going at it, mano a mano. Now here's the problem. Bobby was, past tense, was the U.S. champ at the time of the attack. What better way than to have Bobby get brutalized by Brock and then have Seth Rollins come out like if he was cashing in Money in the Bank? It gave me Money in the Bank vibes. And I really enjoyed seeing Seth pretty much cashing in on his match. Cashing in on that title opportunity. And I just love that idea. So the fact that they made Bobby look like $1,000,000 by having him kick out countless times, and he was actually gonna walk out, and Seth talked him into the match. So it really felt like a Money in the Bank moment. So I like that. If they're going to have this dream match with Brock versus Bobby, having the title on the line would be kind of useless, because Brock being champ is just, there's no point in Brock, who's a part-timer, being US champ. It's not going to add value to that belt. So it sucks that Bobby lost the belt, but the way he lost the belt was totally right. He looked great. And the booking and outcome of that whole segment was like, we're full steam headed towards Crown Jewel with Bobby versus Brock Lesnar. And there's a lot of bad blood there now. There's, you screwed me out of my, I mean, not you screwed me, but Roman screwed me out of my title. And you beat me thanks to Roman. I'm going to screw you out of your title, basically. And it sets up that rivalry in a nice way. So that was cool to see. And I'm happy that Bobby just didn't outright lose to anybody. And he's going to be featured in a heavyweight matchup. I mean, this might as well be a main event type of matchup. Bobby versus Brock at Crown Jewel, more than likely, is going to be a co-main event type of vibe. That's just how I feel about it. Now, Seth, on the other hand, is going to add value to that US title. And Seth versus, Theory or anybody else that comes for that US belt is going to be awesome to see as well. So, good move. I just want to see what happens to Bobby after the Brock feud. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy the Brock feud. As for Bray not being on Raw, I'm glad they saved him. Raw was it's like when you do a movie and it has too many things going for it, and there's just too many characters, too many, too much action, no substance. I'm glad that they kept Bray off of Raw to make SmackDown feel special, because if they would have had Bray on Raw, plus the Bloodline, plus the DX celebration, the Miz celebration, Johnny Gargano versus Theory, then what's left for SmackDown? They wouldn't really have anything for SmackDown. So that was a smart choice in terms of stretching out their entertainment value and making SmackDown must-see. Yeah, Bray has really been always on SmackDown, but I'm sure he'll probably jump between both brands. Depends on who depends who he ends up feuding with. OC returned as well. I gotta watch that part, because I tuned in and out, so I missed it. Roman versus Bray Survivor Series, since Bray coming to SmackDown. That'll be whack if they do it at Survivor Series. And plus, why would they have Roman defend the title back to back? Crown Jewel and Survivor Series in the same month? I doubt it. They'll definitely do a stipulation match with the Bloodline, I think. I hope he shows up as The Fiend. I don't need him to show up as The Fiend. I mean, he's going to cut a promo. Remember, it's the segment they promoted was that he's going to pretty much say why he's there. So we'll see what ends up happening with Bray, but he's gonna come out as Bray. What up, Starfish? Bray's coming out on SmackDown, Zane. They didn't confirm that he's on the brand. They just said he's gonna answer. They just said he's gonna answer like the questions on why he's back or whatever. Really hope WWE bringing the brand split back soon. Roster getting a little full right now. Yeah, the OC is back. Oh yeah, you said I always liked them. Yeah, I like them too. I wanted to see the moment. I didn't think they were going to come back tonight, though. I know that the rumor started today that they were coming back this month. I didn't think it was happening tonight. Let me pull up the clip and check it out. Let me see if I could pull it up. Because I was going to watch Raw tomorrow morning. Oh, I see. AJ Styles reforms the OC as Gallows and... Oh, nice. It was during the Judgment Day segment. That's great. AJ Styles took the season premiere on.
I'm not out here to argue with you.
Damn, I tuned in right after this segment because I saw when I went to commercial break. Hold on, do I have it muted? Let me mute the... Yeah, let me mute it. I'm gonna watch it right here real quick. Hold on, let me see. With my back against the wall, I've been alone for far too long. Nah, Brock Lesnar jumps to Raw as well. I love AJ Styles. Ah, he hugged Finn Balor. He hugged Finn Balor. I knew you would finally come around. What up, VJ? I wasn't talking about you. Look at that pop they got. That is awesome. Oh, I wish I would have watched Raw tonight live. That was great, and they gave them the shirt with the Japanese letters. They're actually censoring the crowd on YouTube for saying holy shit. Oh! Gallows with the uppercut on Dominic. Holy shit. Oh, man. That is great. Wow. I love it. I love it. I love it. Look at Rhea. She got nothing to do. They censored the crowd on YouTube, yeah. Oh, look at Finn. Oh shit! He speared Finn and rode into the freaking announcer's table. Wow. Oh shit. The shirt that Gallows is wearing and Anderson says, "I got your back." That is awesome. Another big guy in WWE, another stable. Oh, look at them surrounding Finn now. It's almost like if this was all part of the plan, bro. Because AJ has been feuding with Judgment Day forever by himself. That was outstanding. So, I don't know if you guys caught the chance to see my video this afternoon. I did see PW Insider reporting that, you know, the original club, as they call it, you know, AJ Styles was trying to form the Bullet Club in WWE again, right? The last couple weeks, he's been hinting towards that idea, and maybe it was going to happen, and I just didn't think it would happen tonight on Monday Night Raw. I didn't expect it. It caught me off guard. I tuned in right after the Judgment Day segment, and I saw some parts live, so I went back and just watched it, and I'm just blown away by how perfectly executed that whole moment was with him and Finn and the fake hug, and I love when they do stuff like that. They're like so much layers of storytelling there, you know. Oh, you know, from Japan till here. I just everything, the little Easter eggs and the fact that they indeed came out tonight on Raw. That was so cool that they came out, and the pop that Brooklyn gave them too. Just shows how admired that group is, and they're going to be a force going forward. That's another stable to look forward to seeing in WWE, just in time for Survivor Series Crown Jewel, and just it's another big match in the making here, you know. And the way that Gallows just threw the first blow on Dominic, like he did what everyone has been dying to do. Awesome. Now I want to see how Ray kind of fits into that. That was freaking so cool, bro. I really like that moment right there for them. And for AJ too, for AJ to finally get put back in another story. That was super dope. I'm really happy for him. Really happy for the OC. And I wonder if they're gonna add anyone else to that stable now. That would be interesting. The Rock was in the crowd. Yeah, right. All these returns are definitely going to be DLC for 2K23 unless they reuse old models. They can use old models or even locked models. What up, Tristan? You saw Brock back live but was working during Raw and you went home and put on football game? Gotcha. Let's go the OC. The OC is back, bro. The OC is back. That was a nice moment for sure. I like it. I just didn't think again that it would happen tonight. When I read that, like, and it's so funny because believe it or not, as I read all that shit, I was actually pissed off because I'm like, bro, like everything gets spoiled, and I didn't even look for that. It's like I go on Twitter and shit is just already there. I need to like censor all the WWE stuff, but then I wouldn't be able to make those videos and talk about it and discuss it with you guys in advance. But man, I like enjoying it and getting surprised. Whatever, I still enjoyed the segment, but damn, I would have loved to have seen that, you know, live for myself and not have like exactly not get the oh shit, yeah, so the reports were right. That was dope though. I really like it. I really like it. And I like their shirt too with the Japanese letters and like we got your back shit. The OC. They don't wanna. They don't wanna. And they're gonna call. They're probably gonna call themselves the original club again, huh? He was. You ain't see it? Nah, I didn't see it. The Rock was in the crowd, Lex. No lie. He wasn't in the crowd. You're kidding. I know. I'm gonna look it up. I'm googling it right now. Oh, this is from 2014. I was reading an article from 2014. Yeah, y'all capping hard. Oh yeah. Man, the actor from Young Rock, get out of here. What a bozo. What a bozo. I'm done. It was Dewey. LC is back right now on Monday night. Monday Night Raw. Come on, Dewey, let's wrestle. I wonder. Well, they're probably filming there, right? I mean, why would he even be there? The OC is back in the. Is it that? Well, who knows if he lives out there? They did show him. I just got home from Raw. Did you like it, Joe? The Rock was there. They would have showed him or had him come in the ring. Yeah, I know. Especially like when he said in the crowd, that show was so fishy. Bobby Lashley. Hold on, guys. Let me see. Damn, Javi, what the hell? This dude went to go take a piss. So yeah, back to the Brock return. I thought he was gonna be gone from the company for much longer, but having him return for Crown Jewel was probably part of the deal that they originally had. They kind of had no choice but to bring him back. How old DX looks compared to The Rock or even Stone Cold. Drugs are no joke. Well, you're talking about like Road Dogg is out of shape. He hasn't lifted in a long time. Shawn Michaels doesn't even freaking lift anymore. And he lost his hair. That's why he looks old. But you would say X-Pac and Road Dogg are the ones that look really. But X-Pac has been clean for a while, so good for him. But Road Dogg is the one that looks really bad compared to all of them. Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. No, that ain't happening. Omos squash match. Saudi Arabia session. What do you mean? And you said Saudia. Yeah, like I said, I'm thinking that he's back because what up, PJ? How's it going? Yeah, he's sleepy. I think Brock came back because of the Crown Jewel contract. Yeah, Brock still wants his money, bro. Guess what, Lex? The White Rabbit was Bray. Austin. It was Bray all along, Austin. Oh. I read it wrong. Bobby versus Seth. Sammy versus Riddle. Theory versus Garbanzo. What else? I'm blanking. Let me see, because I have the match list right here thanks to Jake on Discord. I got you. Jake sends it. There was 6 matches. Riddle versus Zayn. Rollins versus Lashley. Omos against 2 jobbers. Candice LeRae versus Bayley. Rey Mysterio versus Gable. And then Johnny Gargano versus Theory. Not bad. 6 matches. Well, 5 real matches. 6 if you want to count the Omos one. What else did they do? Did they do anything in the crowd? Elias coming back next Raw. No more. I mean, you mean Ezekiel? Yeah, no more Ezekiel. Yeah, I knew that. Once they kept him off of TV, I knew that that's it. The whole Ezekiel shit, which it sucks, but we'll see if they make him more serious. Well, the Dexter Lumis story is just to put over Dexter and make him a staple as a character. First time Braun didn't show up since his return. Oh yeah, that's another thing too, that Braun has been on Raw and SmackDown. The shows like Crown Jewel is what Shawn to come out of retirement for one match. Just the amount of money he got for that match. Yeah. Yeah, so it's the same case with Brock. Brock going to Crown Jewel is a must. And plus, like I said earlier, man, having Brock versus Lashley in that dream match scenario and doing it right is great. They couldn't have the US title match. I mean, the title couldn't be on the line. It would make it too obvious, I feel like, and there's just no point in having that. I think Seth Rollins needs that US belt right now more than anything. Cedric Alexander fought Carmelo Hayes and R-Truth fought a new guy I didn't recognize. Oh, like in a dark match. Wow, they're testing out Carmelo Hayes on the main roster already? That's awesome. Carmelo Hayes is really good. That's good that they're getting him familiar with the crowd. Like on the main stage. That guy is really good. They could get Ric Flair to come back for the money? Oh, for sure. For main event? Oh, for main event? That's cool. Well, it was probably a dark match. Who do you think Goldberg will face at Crown Jewel this time? I don't know if Goldberg is coming back, though. I know there's rumors about him getting ready to return, but we don't know if that's actually going to happen. How about Goldberg versus Bray Wyatt? I know everybody will be like, oh my god. That'll be funny. Goldberg versus Bray Wyatt. Justice for Theory? Why? Theory will be alright, bro. Theory will be alright. They're kind of making you forget about him being like a main feature for now, but he'll be alright. Remember, he has the money in the bank. At some point, he's going to rise to the occasion. Von Wagner. He's one you're excited for. Gives you test vibes. Let me see Von Wagner. I know I've seen him, but let me see how I forget who he is. Oh yeah, I know this guy. You know what's funny? I remember him because of like he has like a caveman face. Very like squared. It's funny you're saying test vibes because he's tall as hell. His face is like a mix of like a caveman and like Great Khali, and like he has a big ass face. Goldberg versus Riddle would be dope. He fought R-Truth tonight. Von Wagner. Oh. Wait, do they air those matches on actual main event? Like NXT people come out on the main event show? You're in love with Liv Morgan? So are you sad that she lost the belt vibes? I could see Goldberg versus AJ Styles or Austin Theory or Edge or Seth Rollins or Matt Riddle. I think versus Riddle makes a lot of sense. That'll be a good match. Probably a good feud. Probably a good feud. I would even use the clip that Riddle said that he could whoop Goldberg's ass as like a... Somebody said Tony Khan seeing that New Japan Wrestling retweeted at WWE. And they put the Tony Khan video.
Serious. I'm not gonna sit back and take this fucking shit.
I'm serious. I'm not gonna sit back and take this fucking shit. Let me see the tweet from New Japan. Oh shit. Doc Gallows is still wrestling this Saturday at the New Japan show. Oh shit, so is Anderson. They're still fighting for New Japan. So Triple H brought him in and he doesn't care that they're still in New Japan finishing out their deal. That's interesting. Bloodline hasn't gotten into any feuds, wasting them. Usos haven't defended and they could have solo feud with someone else. Oh yeah, that's definitely going to happen soon. Dexter showed up on Raw tonight. Oh, for sure. He's going to show up every week. They're making main event relevant again. Vince made the show a waste. I don't think anybody will watch it regardless. Adrian Chase feels like the next comedy character. Kind of gives me R-Truth vibes. Let me see who that is. The hell, it doesn't even come up. I don't even know who that is. Tony Khan very jealous right now. WWE getting all the great free agents. Brock Lesnar and Logan Paul and Ronda Rousey and Bray Wyatt. Brock Lesnar wasn't a free agent. Logan Paul, you could say he was a free agent, but Ronda Rousey wasn't a free agent. Bray Wyatt was a free agent. I did not expect Brock at all. Yeah, you know, it had gotten leaked that he was going to show up, but I just didn't expect for him to go after Bobby. With the way Judgment Day is right now, do you think they should have the War Games match? That'll be awesome, bro. The one that has faded out completely is Ciampa. AEW got Shaq though. Yeah, the little TNT crossover. I expected the Good Brothers though. I called it once AJ came out. That's awesome, man. That was such a good moment. Really, really good moment. One of my favorite moments from tonight. Main event. Jay is it. They're teasing something with Jay. They keep building towards Jay. That's the bloodline is not really feuding with anybody, but they're brewing stories from within. WWE really trolled us in the crowd though. They made it seem like Bray Wyatt was here, but it was just Extreme Rules replays. Yeah, they were gonna use that Extreme Rules video package like there was no tomorrow. They played it twice. They played it for a commercial and they showed the whole segment. I was like, wow, what a time killer, especially for the DX celebration. You know, yeah, no, War Games at Survivor Series is a big deal, but the problem is I can't get excited for it because we got to get excited for Crown Jewel first. Crown Jewel. What I like this time around is that, look, I don't know if you guys remember, but for Elimination Chamber, they did it over there in Saudi Arabia, which that was cool because it was one of the first shows that Vince McMahon did in Saudi Arabia with legit storylines going into it and real implications with what was actually going on in WWE programming. Because in the other shows like the Greatest Royal Rumble and all those other shows that they've done in Saudi Arabia up until that point felt like it was almost like a pit stop before doing an actual like Raw or SmackDown or whatever pay-per-view followed. It never really felt like its own pay-per-view. It felt like a watered down WrestleMania, like with dream matchups but zero storyline. So at the end of, yeah, exactly. They don't do stories that count ever. But with Elimination Chamber, they made them count. And now with Crown Jewel coming up November 5th, having Bobby versus Brock is going to count. That's another awesome setup that they have going from what it seems after tonight. They're going to have Logan versus Roman Reigns, which they've been building that up already the past couple weeks. So they got actual feuds. They got actual feuds and stories that are building up to, you know, to be a nice card. They're taking the time to build towards it versus having someone come out the week prior or 2 weeks prior and be like, "Oh, I'm facing you." You know, Roman versus Logan don't count, man. You can't pick what counts or not. They did a whole press conference for it and they've been hyping it up and doing promos and everything. Of course it counts. What up, Emilio? How's it going? Bloodline versus Judgment Day versus the Good Brothers and Ray and War Games would be crazy. I don't know. War Games is like, how many teams are usually in War Games? You think DX got respect? I think they got enough respect. Crowd was excited, even though they didn't really do shit. DX didn't get respect today? What do you mean? Yeah, the Saudi Arabia pay-per-views are usually forced matches. Exactly. You know, they're finally, with this being the second Saudi show this year, they're finally building towards the show. 5-year-olds know Logan ain't winning. Yeah, but come on, bro. How many times have you really thought Roman was going to lose within the last 2 years, realistically? It's not Clash of the Titans, Clash at the Castle. You really thought that Drew had a chance of winning at Clash? Both titles off of Roman with the run that Roman's been on? Yeah, I get it. It's not as believable because Logan is Logan. And they're not going to have Logan do that, but the match is going to be great. Did Rollins get the title? Yeah, he got the title. He got the title. He ended up getting the title because Bobby was walking out and he was limping, but you know, he fought the good fight. Oh, Drew almost won? Yeah, because when you're watching the match and you're in the heat of the moment, they're faking you out. It's like what I said when it happened. When you're looking at a magician, you know magic is fake. You know magic is produced and it's a show. The day like we knew it could be the night for Drew, man, because you want to fantasize about it and you like the matchup, but Roman hasn't had a legitimate match that he's going to lose. But they've done a good job where they've made it seem like he's going to lose within the match and within the build-up. Like with the Brock stuff, for a while you're like, oh no, there's no way Roman's losing to Brock. And then you're like, wait, What if he does lose to Brock? Like it creeps up in your head. There's no creeping up in your head versus Logan, but believing that Drew was going to win was more of like the fandom than it was a reality, though. There's zero chances that Logan would win, but their match, he's going to have a moment in the match. Of course, Drew has potential to have beaten Roman, just like Brock and Kevin Owens and all the other guys that he's faced. What up, Duda? How's it going? You're gonna last your ass off if he wins? No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't have. If someone else was champion, I would have said maybe for social media. WWE would have done that social media stunt. But it's gonna be a good match. It's gonna be a good match. It's gonna be a good show, and that's all that really matters. TikTok Roman, yeah. Do you really think Karrion Kross has a chance against Roman? And they're actually teasing that matchup. They're teasing Karrion Kross versus Roman because they don't have no one else to toss at him. I didn't expect Solo Sikoa. I knew someone was gonna show up. I didn't expect for someone to show up because of like the stuff that the Usos were dealing with travel stuff and things like that. Solo could challenge Seth for sure, but I don't think he'll beat him. I said Roman needs to drop at least one title. And I still think Roman needs to drop one title. Roman Reigns versus Conor McGregor should main event the next Saudi Arabia show. Is Survivor Series going to have real feuds? Well, that's at the end of November, like November 20-something. So they'll start building towards Survivor Series between now and then. I wonder if they'll use Bray Wyatt at Saudi Arabia. They probably will. Cody, Cross, Bray, and Braun are all legitimate challengers at this point. Bray and Braun both have major beef with Roman, since that's who he beat. I don't think Cross has a chance, and I don't think Braun has a chance. I think Cody is probably the more obvious one, and Bray could have a shot. Think The Rock come back at Survivor or Rumble? Considering where he's at right now, promoting Black Adam, and Lord knows if he's jumping into anything else, I think he's more than likely to come out at like Rumble or one of those shows in the 2023 rather than now to close out the year. I think, he'll come out around WrestleMania season, if anything. You know what I would love would be is a video of Bray going after Randy and Cody, like how Batista did to Flair. Well, Batista went after Flair to get to Triple H. If Bray goes after Cody or Randy, is to go after who? They would need to have Bray go after the Bloodline. Braun's been on a tear, not saying he would win, but I don't know. Love for them to add another chat. Yeah, no. Braun is not beating Bray, bro. At this point, hot take, I kind of don't want Rock back for Mania. Maybe next year when Roman's lost the belts. But right now, I'd feel forced. Yeah, I don't want that to be a title match either. I agree with that. What up, Marcos? OC is back, bro. Karrion Kross or Bray should beat Roman Reigns. Karrion Kross is not coming close to beating Roman. But like I said, they'll have a good they'll have a good match. How about the match between Finn and Roman Reigns? He came out as a demon and everything, and he was close to winning. They made the turnbuckle break. They made Finn look like $1 million in that match. What pay-per-view and who is Roman losing to? I think the first thing they got to do is find a way to have Roman split the titles. What up, Ronald? The first question they need to ask before who he's losing to is have him drop and separate the titles. That's the first thing that needs to be addressed before the hypothetical and the theories of who's going to win or who deserves it. They need to have him drop the titles. I already said how I would have him drop the titles. I would have Roman have Adam Pearce use the board of directors or use whatever, the upper management, use any of those taglines and say, we're going to have a tournament for Roman Reigns to defend both titles on the same night to open and close the show and have Roman drop one of the titles. That's what I would do. I would have a tournament leading up to have qualifying matches, and I would have Roman drop the belt in one of those moments. You know, I think that Roman needs to drop one of those belts like tomorrow, like right away. And I think the best way to present it is like, again, have an authority figure come out, have Roman and Paul Heyman act like they're looking over his contract, like if they're looking through like, you know, legal ways to stop this from happening and legal ways to put it on hold. And maybe they put it on hold for like one pay-per-view, but then they look into the contract that they got signed and it shows that they need to force Roman to defend both titles separately. Banger after banger after banger. Exactly. It would make Roman seem weak. No way. If Roman fights twice in one night defending both titles, come on, there's no way that makes him look weak. It makes him look amazing, especially if Roman comes close to winning both of them, but he loses one of them. You should be GM. Good idea. Just think about it. That's how I feel about it. For months, I've been saying he needs to drop both titles. I mean, at least one of the titles. They need to separate those titles. They need to stop calling it the Undisputed. They need to use like some sort of authority figure stipulation. Hey, man, by contract of whatever, if you can't show up to Raw and SmackDown and show face for each title you have in your possession, you are forced to defend each belt separately at such and such pay-per-view. And then obviously Roman is not going to show up every show to promote the fight. Who's going to show up? Paul Heyman shows up. Oh, my tribal chief, don't worry. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I'm going to look at the contract. Use real life. Roman just signed an extension, right? He just re-signed with WWE within the last couple months. So use real life stipulations. Be like, I'm going to review the contracts, my tribal chief. I'm going to see what I could do for you. Have Paul Heyman and their relationship take a hit. You know, have them kind of get, you know, Sami Zayn gets in the way a little bit and does something stupid, and it causes for Roman Reigns to step up to the plate. And all in all, it creates animosity between the bloodline, but they're still together. They still work as a unit, but there's some issues that they gotta sort through. And that's it. He defends both titles one night, and he wins both matches to close the show. Theory cashes in and yeah, exactly. Because once you separate both titles and you separate the match from each title, you give the opportunity for a guy like Theory to cash in. They need to use that money in the bank to their favor. And stretch it out. Have a nice tournament. Do a King of the Ring for all I care. Do something epic that builds towards this massive pay-per-view that is to highlight one of the greatest champions of all time in Roman Reigns. And ultimately have him keep the Universal title. Let him fight another day. And have Roman lose the belt at Elimination Chamber. In an Elimination Chamber match. That'll be crazy. It'll be crazy. Have Roman lose the second belt closer to the, to the WrestleMania, and then voila, you have a couple months to build The Rock versus Roman, which that story sets itself up. Roman dropping one of them, but I completely forgot what it was. It's driving you nuts. Gunther versus Seth Rollins. That'll be great. I think they want Roman to beat number one guy on the longest streak. They can't, bro. That's going to take way too long. It's going to take way too long. And if they want him to beat the number one champ of all time, then they need to just keep one belt. The Universal title is the one that he has the records with right now. I think Raw is more trending than SmackDown. It doesn't even have a bell on the show. They've done a good job with Raw for sure. I just found the concept I was talking about. Have Roman face someone in a ladder match for both titles. Roman grabs one title at the same time the opponent grabs the other title. That's some like wrestling soap opera type shit, but yeah, that could work too. That could definitely work. I would do the WrestleMania 2000 two-fall three-way match and have Roman losing a belt without getting pinned. For sure. But yeah, I don't think Roman is doing a ladder match. I definitely don't think. I don't see Roman doing a ladder match. You think Roman is willing to give up a title? Bro, Roman cares about being the main event and being the main guy and being in a main storyline and getting his bag. I don't think having one of those, I don't think having the belts or both belts around him really means the world to him. Both belts, that is. Being on and off as champ does, but I don't think being both title holders means like it's not the end all be all. He did a TLC match last year against Owens. But, you know, it's different when you're going to have two belts hanging and, you know, have two guys going for it at the same time. I don't know. I would rather have him lose it at Elimination Chamber. I feel like Elimination Chamber is so, like, unpredictable sometimes. And remember how I was talking about having a tournament for each title? I would love to see, like, the Bloodline, like, try to jump into the tournament, like Jey Uso trying to go back into the tournament to face Roman. Undertaker versus Bray at this WrestleMania? No way. Undertaker's done, bro.
Yeah, and it's an old fart.
Let him stay retired. I'd let him stay retired. Have Roman lose both titles, and right before show closes, Paul Heyman reveals in the contract doing his wise man thing that the match had a stipulation it was for one belt only. They could do that as well. They could use Paul Heyman as like you know, the wise man, which is what he is, the wise man. Find a way to keep Roman as champion in some capacity. At the end of the day, they need to figure out how Roman's going to drop the belt. That's like the main thing. We need that horror element back. Well, you just got it back with what's his name? Bray Wyatt. Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. Banger after banger after banger. Lex, revel in what you are. What? Did you hear what he said in the recording? Who killed the world? You did? CM Punk is done for. Cross honestly isn't a world title guy. His matches with bigger opponents are always mid. Really? Jey Uso is trending. Look at Jey Uso's face, bro. That shit is so funny. People posting pictures of him on Twitter. I'm not feeling this Karrion Kross dude at all. Why? What's wrong with Karrion Kross? Have Roman defend WWE title and Rumble, come in as number 1. They've done that before. What up, Gove? How's it going? I'm doing good. How about you? Yeah, they who defended the belt at the Rumble once? Wasn't it Brock Lesnar or something like that? Guys, can we get some likes? We only got 13 likes. If you guys can like it up, that'll be amazing. If we could get to 20, we're just 7 away from 20, that is. That'll be great if y'all could just smash that like button for your boy. And if we got any new viewers, consider subscribing to the channel. We do watch parties, live discussions like we're doing right now for wrestling, like WWE, AEW. We play live games as well. Just so much on the channel you can enjoy. Movie reviews, unboxings, and so much more. So hope y'all stick around. And for those of you that haven't joined the Discord, the Discord link will be in the chat box. Roman already did that in 2016. They can't repeat the same thing. You're right. 2 people defended the belt. Hogan and Reigns. Oh, it was Roman. It wasn't even Brock. You think all of these returns would have happened if Vince was still there? I don't think Vince hated them, but no, they wouldn't have happened. Jey also gonna turn on the bloodline and reveal The Rock. That'll be great, huh? You ain't doing the job right, Oos. I have to bring the real tribal chief. If you smell what The Rock is cooking. I think the title was just on the line. I don't know if he was champion. Brock defended it though. Oh. What if Karrion Kross goes on an undefeated streak for months and gets built up? Then do you see him beating Roman Reigns? No. Roman defended. The reigning defending. Yo, 2 likes away from 20. Let's go. Me versus Roman Reigns. All right, vibes. Come on now. How was Raw tonight? I stopped watching wrestling 6 years ago. It was good, man. Get back into it. It's been solid. The only return I could see happening with or without Vince is the Good Brothers. Yeah, the Good Brothers. The Rock. Bray Wyatt. When Roman loses belt, Usos won't even be big no more. Usos are lucky to be in the spotlight right now. Nah, Mike, you're crazy. Usos have been the tag team in WWE for so many years. Yo, Vibes, are you sleepy? What's up with you? What's up with you, Vibes? Vibes, you a little sleepy or what? Cross is just mid to me. I don't know what it is. So what, you don't like that he's short? Well, he's not that short. He's like 6 foot something, right? This Friday on SmackDown, Bray Wyatt makes his return to the Blue Brand. You joined my Discord. Welcome, Dylan. Drew's like 6'6". He is. Nah, he's not almost the same size as Drew. He is? Oh, he's 6'4". You're right. Drew is 6'5". They're about right there. Brian's right, guys. He's 6'4". Did Wyatt show up on Raw? Nah, he's going to show up on Friday. I had to wear my Monday Night Rollins shirt. Ooh. Boots make him 6'6". True. Dexter Loomis made you laugh today, Foo? Yeah, he's good. He's good. Can't wait to see The Rock's new movie. Bought tickets. Are you talking about Black Adam? Usos have been literally one of the GOATs since they've started. Yeah, they have been for sure. Usos been the best tag team in WWE since turning heel in 2016. They've been on top of the game, bro. They are. We saw it on pay-per-view. I was like, yeah, I know you did say that. I remember. I just don't remember him being 6'4". People think Bo Dallas might be part of his group. Yeah, of course, because now it just came out today as well that Bo Dallas is making his way back to WWE. New Day, yeah, New Day as well, for sure. Halloween Ends, that's coming out like this week, ain't it? You know, back in 2019, Money in the Bank, Becky Lynch defended both her titles and she beat Lacey Evans, but Charlotte won. I don't remember that. Wow. So yeah, it's this week. It's this week, huh, Hava?
It is this week. This weekend.
Halloween Ends comes out Friday.
Friday the 13th.
Is it Friday the 13th? No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's not.
Oh. That last one was so garbage.
Right.
How come there's no news on WWE 2K23? Because it's not January yet. We'll get that news in January. You still haven't seen Halloween Kills? I was supposed to watch that. That movie's garbage. Yeah, she did the little wannabe Joker Harley like bullshit at Extreme Rules. That shit was so whack. I think Bo is definitely gonna end up joining Bray. I hate horror movies, but I enjoy horror aspect in WWE. No, there's nothing wrong with that. Best Monday Night Raw? Really, him? You like it that much? No problem, go. You're gonna go. You're gonna go get the head of the table. That's not vibes. I keep calling head of the table vibes, but this ain't vibes. Usos are way better than FTR. Not even close. Liv is dating Bo. Yeah, she is. Liv is just struggling to find anything right now. I agree. Yeah, yeah. I'm just glad she dropped the belt. Did anybody notice when DX came out, the nice Easter egg that Corey Graves dropped when they were talking about Billy Gunn, saying, "Oh, that other member's doing things with office equipment nowadays, I think, or something." Can't wait for the AEW video game. Yeah, it should be fun. You're a little sad we ain't getting DC versus Brock. You know, after the reception we saw from people in the chat about DC when he came out as a special guest referee, after seeing the reception there and online, and even the point that Jimmy Smith, former Monday Night Raw announcer, what he said in a separate interview over this past week, he was right. You know, how can you present a guy like DC, people that watch, you know, MMA or combat sports or UFC even, right, that know DC, know he's amazing. But how can you explain DC's greatness with how he looks when WWE is all about performance and how you look? Having DC do what he does best in WWE is going to be boring. People call him boring in UFC when he does what he does best. You know what I mean? Honestly, it's probably Billy Gunn's best run since Billy and Chuck, that's great. Yeah. I disagree. DC ain't boring. To you, bro. To me. To the next fan that likes his wrestling and his style, or at least admires and respects his greatness. But people are gonna look at how big he is, you know, in terms of weight and like just body mass. He's a chunky dude and he's short. How are you going to translate that realistically in a performing level environment? Where do you take that story? You know? Don't let him tuck his shirt in. Yeah, he's as big as Otis, but nobody takes Otis serious. And every time you see Otis against a guy like Brock or Otis against Braun Strowman, Otis is they keep mentioning he's a tree trunk. He's a tree trunk. He's a tree trunk. But it'll even get time to make it believable that he could beat Brock Lesnar, when we all know in real life Brock Lesnar will probably lose to DC in real life in their prime, unless Brock Lesnar, you know, would have knocked him out or something like that. But DC would have probably just out wrestled and shit. Floyd fought Big Show. Yeah. How long has Otis been in WWE? Having DC fight Brock for Crown Jewel, or it'll have to be like many months from now, and building him up and getting him familiar with the fan base, bro. You're missing the point. Otis has been in NXT. Otis has been in the roster, and they typically use Otis as a joke. Otis is typically used as a punchline, and he's not taken serious. Even when they were tag team champions, Otis has never been a menace like Mark Henry or anything like that. So if Otis took this long to get over, how are you going to get over a guy like DC in a couple months, a couple weeks? Everybody's going to be making fun of him. It's all on how you present it. He shouldn't have come out with the shirt tucked in. That was mistake number one. And he looks so happy to be out there, so excited. Yeah, I know he could drop weight and he could get in shape and he'll look much slimmer than he looked at his worst at Extreme Rules, because come on, he just picked up the phone call this past week and he said, all right, I'll do it. It's not like this guy lives in the gym. He could look much better, but I would like it. I just know a lot of people would be talking shit, just like they talk shit when they saw him this past week. You know, and in terms of height, yeah, Brock Lesnar is only like, because I looked it up right now, Brock Lesnar's like 6'3". Brock don't got a voice either. Yeah, but come on, how many years has it taken Brock to finally get the mic and to cut promos confidently? Good night, Koval. Thank you for dropping by, bro. Not to mention, people hate celebrities off the bat. It took Rousey having a good match with Stephanie McMahon to get over. Logan hasn't had a bad match yet. People still hate him. For sure. But Logan will be hated just for being Logan. Honestly, they fumbled the bag with heavy machinery and almost half of the tag team division when Vince was still in charge. Do I have your permission to start simping in your chat? What do you mean, Tristan? Am I the only one in here who doesn't like Matt Riddle? I like Matt Riddle. Lex, you'll be fine, don't worry. I don't know. It would just, it'll take time to build him up. And I don't know if doing it in a couple weeks would be the smartest idea. You know, I'm focusing more on the fact that Crown Jewel is less than a month away, building up what should feel like a mega fight between DC and Brock. Like that would be much better for like a WrestleMania. You know? Because I'm saying this. Oh, you're talking about more for Mania? No, for Mania, I could buy into the idea more. Look, I'm trying to respond for how the community replied, you know, for the people that we had in the chat and the stuff that I see on Twitter about DC. Bro, Mike, you don't understand though. How many years has it taken for Joe to get that respect from the wrestling community, dude? Yeah, how many people? Cain Velasquez could definitely beat Brock. And so many people talk shit about that fight. Like, even just with how Cain looked. And we know Cain could beat Brock. So it's not about whether I believe it or whether I would enjoy it or whether I would want it. If you're asking me personally, I think it would be a great story. I think it'll be awesome for promos to have that UFC like MMA world like intercross with the WWE world and make this into an epic story. You know, do something special with it. I'm down. I'm game. I for sure want it. I would love it. I would embrace it. I would enjoy it. But I'm trying to speak for the people that I've read the comments from, and it hasn't been so kind. And they've been pretty ignorant. Yeah, DC could easily join Alpha Academy for sure. And Chad Gable's amazing on the mic. That would be a massive opportunity for Chad Gable, and he could make he could make DC look like $1 million. Brock was also extremely sick and basically dying during that fight. Yeah, I get it. But Cain is also one of the greatest heavyweights ever in UFC as well. He was really good. And, you know, Brock was sick and all that. I get it. But still, it was believable that Cain could beat him outside of, you know, WWE. But when he showed up to WWE, but when Cain Velasquez showed up to WWE and they were doing that fight, I was excited, but the community wasn't excited. So that's what I'm saying. And especially for like, I thought that match would happen for like, for example, for Extreme Rules. I mean, not Extreme Rules, sorry, for Crown Jewel. And I just didn't want it to be rushed. So we'll see, man. I'm optimistic, like you said, Brian, and I do feel that WWE is the best in the business in terms of marketing, for promoting and creating characters and building programs and brands. Yeah, of course. I mean, they've been doing it for a lot longer, and there's a lot more. You know, it's just on another level. I would say that. Huh?
You mean it means more, right?
Yeah, well, to many people, it means more to many people and stuff like that. I just think that they could definitely do a good job making it happen, but it'll just take some time because they've been there, done that with other people, and people have been like, Triple H has proven to make anything work. It could work, man. It could work. Wow, you know that the Logitech cloud gaming handheld console, that shit comes out next week.
I saw. I mean, for the price, it's okay.
It's like what, $300 I saw.
Yeah.
I don't know though. You need to have really good internet for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Where are you gonna connect? Damn, you know Astro
20 to like 30 megabytes, you're good.
Astro came out with a new A10. It's called A10 Gen 2.
Wow.
It looks cool. Yeah. I gave my other ones to Junior last year because he didn't have any headphones, and you know,
the A10s are best sellers. They're good.
Bro, they're amazing. I love the A10s.
For the price?
Yeah, no.
Well, the Xbox headphones are the best for Xbox.
What, like the wireless one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the wireless one is good. Nah, but the A10s are freaking outstanding for sure.
Mm-hmm.
They sound really, really clean.
Super clean.
I ain't gonna lie, Ronda Rousey has a sexy booty. Oh, God. They would have to make it feel like MMA, so they would need to get an MMA cage and make it somewhat realistic. I don't think they need to get a cage, but... Well, they could do a cage match. What up, D? Rowan, Liv Morgan, Bo Dallas, Mustafa Ali. Ali ain't gonna be in there. Now with Ciampa and Alexa Bliss, all that. Ronda Thick. You love Ronda, huh? Ronda. Yo, 1 like away from 20.
Wanna go around Ronda? You know what I mean?
You spin my head right round when you gonna. Do-do-do-do. For wireless buds, get Jabra Elite 7. I had some Jabra ones. Ronda Rousey should make an OnlyFans. Oh no. What's wrong with you, Foolio? You spin my head around when you gonna. What's up, how?
Oh, it's good. LexxExpress.
Jeff. It's about that time. A little snoozy snooze. Am I gonna play today?
I'm here.
Nah, I'm gonna be live for like another 10 minutes or so. I came on to discuss Raw. I meant business. Had some uploads today, and then tomorrow we'll get back into the gaming session. Ronda Rousey doesn't need an OnlyFans. She definitely doesn't. And she has a YouTube. That's pretty solid. WWE is going to MSG the day after Christmas. Tickets go on sale Friday. Oh, you were talking to me about that, right? That you go to it? That you typically go to it or something like that? When they do it on Christmas, that is. Yeah, I think it was you, VJ. You told me about that. Or am I tripping? You went in 2019? Okay. Rhea Ripley's tough for sure. Nah, I don't have any wrestling figure. Actually, the only wrestling figure that I have is a John Cena Funko Pop. And I have like the fake little belts, but that's about it, brother. Since when do I look into rumors? So when I got back into wrestling, like in 2009, I discovered like the dirt sheets or like the rumor sites or whatever. And I was like heavily into it. And I was into like seeing, you know, who signed and who was going to appear. But after doing it for a little bit, it got kind of like, it got old really fast for me. And it ruined the product in a lot of ways for me. So I cut it out completely. But since I follow like WWE and I use Twitter for YouTube, Twitter changed with the way they present like media. It's not just like they show likes and stuff, but sometimes they show recommended stuff on my timeline, like Instagram, things that I don't even follow. So a lot of times when I click to check Twitter or to post something on Twitter, I'm hit with an automatic spoiler. You know, it's happened to me all too often. Bloodline open, left generic. From what, all month long, no segment, just did their entrance monologue. Yeah, they did at the end. It's dope to have them on display. Just get DVD stands. That's cool, but nah, I don't. I have to. I collect movies. Like my hobby is collecting movies. I gotta see Andrade beat Ray for the US title. Oh shit. The OC is back. That was good. Yeah. No, I mean, I can't say Raw was mid. I missed a couple matches, obviously, but you know, having Bloodline is always good. Seth winning the belt was awesome. Brock coming out was awesome. The OC coming out to help AJ was awesome. The DX part was probably the lamest thing. They didn't do anything special. You're a huge PlayStation fanboy? Nice. Would have been dope for Heath Slater to come out. For the DX hype that they had, I thought they were going to have more stuff with them. But you think we can still get to see Triple H hit the pedigree one more time? Not anytime soon. They can't do much. No, they could have just done like a little teaser, like promo, little cheapy feud moment, like turning back the clock with that. Like X-Pac still does you know, appearances here and there. He could have done like the Bronco Buster or something. Shawn Michaels could have done a little super kick or Well, maybe he can't do a super kick anymore. I don't know. I can't even do a super kick, and I'm half his age, so. A little sauce. Ricky Rouse. $38. Watch Raw ever since Attitude. I just started watching 3 years ago when I started collecting. Nice. Figs. Nice. Michael HBK is not that sexy boy no more. No. He's that farty boy. I'm just a farty boy. Farty boy. Yeah, there's nothing really else to go over. I think we went over everything. HBA can do a sweet chin 1000%. He a yoga. Oh, he's into yoga. He's into yoga. Well, yeah, then they should have had HBK do a little sweet chin action. Like they could have had somebody just get squashed in the, a local or something like that, you know? They could have done anything with them. And it would have been better than just coming out saying, oh yeah, this and that. Loomis enjoyed that cake. That Miz and Dexter Loomis stuff needs to lead to a match already. Like we need to see the Miz versus Dexter Loomis. Like enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
Hey guys, it's me, Ronnie 2K. Wake up, Javi.
I'm here.
Like Bray Wyatt. Brock is a tweener. Bro, you saw how the crowd turned on Bobby immediately? I felt so bad for Bobby. Did you talk about the Ray segment? Yeah, he had a match. No, I didn't. It is next week. Miz versus Dexter. Awesome. Yeah, that's good. Look at that. We already have a match booked for next week to look forward to. That's awesome. Yeah, about damn time. Shit. Come on, mijo. Don't do that anymore.
Come on, mijo.
Miz win, Dexter's off. WWE, Dexter wins, Miz loses, his boss, whatever. That's funny. You would take him as champion? No. Bobby's still my almighty? He is, for sure. They have a match next week. That's going to be awesome, bro. Next week, looking promising already. Got a couple matches lined up. And we got to see if Bray Wyatt indeed is just on SmackDown or if he goes to Raw again. Got to see how they handle the Bray stuff. Because we didn't see Braun tonight, which was kind of surprising. But at least we got to see Omos again. They're trying to like rebuild Omos back up since they had him off of TV. They really didn't know what to do with Omos. I kind of feel. They pretty much spoiled that Dexter's gonna win though. True. It's funny because we're all cheering for Brock on Seth and had the audacity to chant Bobby as he crippled his weight. That's funny, bro. I feel bad for Bobby though. That shit the crowd turned on Bobby. They should give us recordings before we knew it was him. Well, he's coming out on Friday, man. Just be patient. A couple more days. A couple more days and we'll see him. Guys, I'm done prolonging the ending here. I had a blast talking wrestling with y'all. Tomorrow we got some gaming streams in the afternoon and stuff. I will see y'all then, man. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't dropped a like, drop a like. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And we'll be back with more wrestling. Check out the videos that I posted too if you haven't seen them, alright? Comment on them. Peace. Bobby who?
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean, and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short, so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel?